Hi everyone, I thought I would just pop in and say hello for my Monday post. I have been out and about today doing some exciting shopping. Well, haven't bought anything yet, but doing some exciting planning. I was out looking at cardio machines because if you've been into clinic, we all know that our treadmill would be better to be upgraded at some point. And I wanted to talk about cardio and why we put cardio into our rehab clinic and what it means for us. So cardio machines in clinic. So we're talking about treadmills, cross trainers, recumbent bikes, upright bike. So we've already got the treadmill and the upright bike, which we use all the time, and we're using it more and more as part of our rehab programs. The reason we do that here is we love our hands-on rehab, but using the cardio equipment means for brain health specifically, we can get that really nice production of BNDF, so brain-derived neurotrophic factor. So really getting that brain in the optimal state for rehab and recovery. So that's number one. Number two is working with clients with autonomic dysfunction, which we talked a little bit about last week. We know that post-concussion, cardio, exercise, and a graded exposure to exercise program helps re-regulate blood flow to the brain and helps people post-concussion recover really well. We love walking on our treadmill for getting people walking again. So using the body weight support system over top of the treadmill so we can put people in harnesses. It means we can get down and we can help facilitate walking in a really safe manner before we go over ground. It also is really important for us to use the treadmill for when we're doing things like dual tasking and walking. So we'll get people in the harness so we can get them doing backwards walking, sideways walking, throwing balls, walking and talking, walking, turning their heads. So we've got them in a safe environment while they're able to get those steps in. And we know that we really want to get those step numbers up in rehab. So we're looking at trying to get up over 2,000 steps per rehab session to make those changes within the brain. So those are some of the reasons we use the machines. We're looking at some newer machines like the recumbent bike, really important for people with autonomic dysfunction, getting them in a more seated position. Also much easier to get on for people with mobility issues, so being able to turn and get onto the seat. So when we're talking about a recumbent bike, we're talking about one that's a seated bike. So rather than being on top of the seat, you're like in a chair and then you can pedal at the same time. And we've got some cool ways to be able to use it for people that can't exercise upright, starting by like lying on the floor as well. And then the cross trainer, getting some cross body movement is so important for resuming walking. If we can try and get some central pattern generators going, so that's some neurons in the spinal cord, which start working when we're getting those cross body patterns, which you get when you use a cross trainer or an elliptical trainer. So using the arms and legs at the same time. So that's been my day. We've got some more exciting stuff coming up in clinic, and I'm just about to go and check it out. But if you've got any questions or comments for me today, feel free to pop them in the post